Hi, my name is Amanda Holliman, and today I'm going to talk about globalization and workforce development. What is workforce development? Workforce development refers to a broad range of employment and training services whose purpose is to enable job seekers, students, employers to access a wide range of information about jobs, the labor market, careers, education, and training organizations, financial options, skill standards, or certification requirements. What is globalization? Cambridge Dictionary defines globalization as the increase of trade around the world, especially by large companies producing and trading goods in many different countries. This statement rang true to me. The true main objective of globalization is it is to make one world with no barriers in between countries. It is a process by which people of the world are incorporated into one society. I would like to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of workforce development and globalization. Some of the advantages is it encourages free trade. Without borders in place, consumers can purchase items from anywhere in the world at a reduced cost. There would be fewer barriers in place, like tariffs or sales tax, because there wouldn't be nations in place that could add restrictions. More trade means the potential for more jobs. When there are fewer blocks in place to purchase items, then generally consumers will purchase more things. This creates foundation that businesses need to create more jobs. Open borders mean more opportunities to develop poor areas of the world. Through the process of globalization, the removal of borders allowed the people in these areas to experience greater prosperity because each area gains the ability to access what they need. There are fewer opportunities to overwhelm people at the expense of others, so only few can benefit from success. It allows for open lines of communication. When borders are removed, people have the ability to communicate with one another more freely. There is a greater combination of cultures, which allow people to have a greater perspective about the world. When we have access to more information, we have an ability to make better decisions. It becomes a place that is more open and tolerant. We could begin pooling our resources to do great things. If we could pool our resources and combine talents to work towards one single goal, instead of having multiple countries all trying to do the same thing, we could become more efficient. Now I'd like to talk about some disadvantages. It generally makes the rich become rich and the poor become trapped in poverty. Globalization is supposed to be about free trade, but the reality of the situation is that only true globalization, which removes national borders, can do this. This means the rich can access what they want or need to become richer, but the poor get trapped in poverty because they don't have the same means to access the same resources. Jobs get transferred to a lower cost area. Jobs can be created through globalism, but they tend to be created in areas where labor costs are the cheapest. Business will transfer or create jobs in these low-cost areas so they can remain competitive. Richer regions will always consume more resources. It's not just the largest corporations and the wealthiest people who benefit from globalization. Regions that are wealthy will also consume more resources under the assumption that they produce more for the rest of the world. Social programs that act as safety nets could be removed. Many countries today offer the poorest of the poorest safety net for survival. This includes food stamps, housing provisions, and other benefits that may go away in a world that has fully globalized. A single country can typically care for its own with taxes, social benefits, and healthcare. Extend that to the world, and the poverty that so many people face would make it nearly impossible to have a meaningful safety net in place. I attached my graph that I did that shows an overview of my workforce development system. After looking at it, it is very simplified, and seeing how in depth and how intricate workforce development and globalization is. This only scratches the surface. But I do believe that workforce development provides education and training, offers supports and services, supports the employer's needs, provides funding and resources, improves jobs and quality access, and provides employment services. Thank you for listening to my presentation on workforce development and globalization.